Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Good morning, good morning to each and every one of you. Welcome to the Traveling Tarot. This is your daily psychic forecast for Friday, October 11th, 2019. My name is Stephen Dillard Carroll. How are you guys doing this morning? It is Friday. It is time for the weekend. Yay, we made it, you guys. We made it, we made it, we made it. What are your weekend plans for this weekend? I hope you have some, but if you don't or want something new to perhaps do this weekend and you're in the Oklahoma City area, please do stop by the Celtic Festival, which is happening tonight, actually, from 5 to 10 p.m. and on Saturday from 1 p.m. to 10 p.m. It's happening at Duffner Park in Oklahoma City. The link is in the description box down below. Do check that out. I will be there tomorrow from 1 p.m. to 7 p.m. and I will be doing readings there for the general public. So if you would like to have a one-on-one reading with me and you're in the Oklahoma City area, please do stop by. I'd love to see you. I'd love to say hello to you. I won't be there this evening, although it is going on this evening, and there will be other readers actually there this evening. A guy by the name of Colt will be there, and a woman by the name of Kat will be there. I know both of those people, and they're both very, very good psychics, and they will be there this evening, and they will be there part of tomorrow as well, working alongside me. So if you're in the Oklahoma City area and would like to go to the Celtic Festival, please do so. Again, the link is down below, and I will be there doing readings on Saturday. On Friday night, tonight, I will be on stage at the Jewel Box Theater. Jewel Box is putting on a production of A Raisin in the Sun, which is a phenomenal play. I can say that even if I weren't in the play is phenomenal, simply by the script alone. Somebody could actually just stand up on stage and just read the script and the audience would be mesmerized. It's just that good of a script, and it's that good of a play. I encourage you that if you would like to see some top-rate acting in theater that is local, if you're in Oklahoma City, please do go see A Raisin in the Sun at the Jewel Box Theater. The link, again, is down below in the description box. I will be there on stage Friday night, tonight, and I will be on stage Saturday night as well, and Sunday afternoon for the matinee. So the link to both of those events are down below. Please do check those out, and while you're down there, go ahead and like and comment and subscribe. And if you know of anyone who could benefit from some empowerment, some enlightenment, some encouragement, and some good old-fashioned unconditional love, please do share this video with them, because that's really what we are about on this channel. Unconditional love, not just for other people, but most importantly, unconditional love for ourselves. So, without any further ado, let's jump into today's reading. This is a reading for the collective today, and my hope is that regardless of your current circumstance, you can glean something good and positive from each and every one of my readings. And at the end of this video, I really do hope that you feel encouraged, you feel enlightened, you feel empowered, you feel emboldened to go out there and make good and positive choices, to make good and positive changes in your life so that you can live the best life possible. So let's get into today's reading. We have our main storyline, our main plot line, our main thoroughfare that will go throughout our reading today, and then we'll lay out two more cards that will give us our subplots for today, and hopefully those subplots will give a little bit of insight and inspiration to the main thoroughfare, and if nothing else, hopefully it will give some depth and color to what we are talking about today. So, without any further ado, let's just jump right on into this today. Our main thoroughfare, our main plot line, our main storyline today is brought to us by the Nine of Michael. The Nine of Michael. The Nine of Michael, of course, is represented by the Nine of Swords in the Rider-Waite deck. But there we are. There's the Nine of Michael. And the Nine of Michael says, your worry is unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. This is an important card for all of our us worrywarts out there, because I am certainly amongst that tribe of people that worry all the freaking time. I do not let up on worry, but I'm working on it, and I am working on being more present and being more in the moment so that I don't worry so much. But the Nine of Michael, much like the Nine of Swords, is very much a recurring nightmare, a nightmare loop that we get stuck in, that we can't break free from. So that's what that's about, and we're going to explore that just a little, probably a little bit more as we continue on through today's reading. But we've got two more subplots to work through before we call it said and done for today. So let's do a little bit more shuffling. And our first subplot today is being brought to us by the King of Ariel. The King of Ariel, which is represented by the King of Pentacles in the Rider-Waite deck. Sorry for that little bit of a glare. But there's the King of Ariel. And the King of Ariel is successful, stable, accomplished, and powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. So I always say that the King of Ariel, or the King of Pentacles, if we're working with the Rider-Waite deck, is all about old money. It's about legacy. It's about money that has been around for generations and will continue to be around for generations. So we may be talking about that just a little bit more today as well. But we've got one more subplot that we need to discover for today. So let's see what that may be. Our final subplot for today is brought to us by the Empress. I love this card. Gorgeous card. The Empress. And the Empress is Archangel Gabriel. And Archangel Gabriel says, time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. Okay. So I feel like this is a job reading again today, and that's okay. We've been focusing a lot on other things lately, but for it seems the last 3 days we've been focusing in more on career and all of that, and that's needed and necessary as other aspects of our lives. So let's jump in. The Nine of Michael, your worries unnecessary. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Release feelings of regret, guilt, or worry to your angels. I'm getting I can't from this card, and it's holding us back. There is someone out there that lives in I can't. They don't just entertain those two words, they live in those words of I can't. I'm not big enough, strong enough, I'm not fast enough, I'm not fat enough, I'm not skinny enough, I'm not tall enough, I'm not short enough, I'm not black enough, I'm not white enough, I'm not man enough, I'm not woman enough, I'm not gender neutral enough, I'm not gay enough, I'm not straight enough, I'm not LGBTQIA plus enough, I am not enough of an ally, I'm not enough, I can't, I can't, I can't. There's somebody living in I can't, and because of that, they live in constant worry that things won't turn out okay. They live in constant worry of what I did was not enough. Is it enough? Is it not going to be enough? I'm afraid that it might not be enough because I can't. The universe is saying the longer you live in that mindset of I can't, the longer it will take you to realize any of your dreams. The Nine of Michael is saying your worry is unnecessary, and that attitude of I can't is only holding you back. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Focus on, again, that outcome. If you want to be a baker, and you can bake up some mean sourdough bread. If you can, send me an email. I'd love to buy some bread from you. Especially sourdough. I don't know why sourdough is on my mind today, but it's like that would be delicious on toast with butter and strawberry jam. So I don't know why, but maybe it's because I'm hungry. Whoops, I just kicked my camera. Sorry, you guys. There, that's better. If what we want to be is a baker, focus on opening the doors to your own bakery. Focus in on there being a line around the corner just to get into your bakery. Focus on that line around the corner being consistent for the next 50 years. Every time you open up your doors, there is a line out the door requesting your baked goods. I just pulled baker out of my ass because, again, I'm hungry and I really want some sourdough toast. But whatever your dream is, focus in on the outcome of that dream. Focus in on success. If you're focused in on I can't, you probably won't. Let me say that again. If you're focused on I can't, you probably won't. One more time for the people in the bleachers. If you focus in on I can't, you probably won't. It's very, very important for us to change the loops that we have running in our head. For us old people out there, we used to call them tapes. For the youngs, maybe it's MP4s. Who knows? But there is something, a loop that is playing in our head. I can't. I can't. I can't. And we are therefore living that and creating our own destiny off of those two words, which are so toxic and so limiting. They hold us back. They really do hold us back. Your worry is unnecessary. You're worrying because of the core fear that you have that you're just not good enough. that you're not good enough for good things, that you're not good enough or worthy of wonderful things to happen in your life. If that is you, the Nine of Michael is saying there is a way out of that by releasing feelings of regret, guilty, or worry to your angels. However that manifests for you, being able to consciously let go of the things that are holding you back and no longer serve you. By consciously letting go of those things each and every time they raise their ugly head, the quicker we will get to I can, I will, and I do. Let's move on to the King of Ariel. Successful, stable, accomplished, powerful. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Using resources wisely. This is based upon this. Focus your thoughts on the outcome you desire. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. Which means this is a natural outcome, or this is a natural outcome of this. Changing our minds, changing our attitudes, changing the way we think about things to a much more positive, good, and life-affirming way will lead to this. Your plans are working out very well. Professional and financial success. You know, we talk a lot about vibrating on a high frequency. When we are living in I can't, I'm not good enough, I'm not strong enough, I'm not fast enough. When we're focused in on that, we're vibrating way down here. And so we get results that are way down here. But when we vibrate, when we say I do, and when we focus on the outcome, when we focus on visualizing the greatness that will come from any plans that we make, we suddenly vibrate up here. We're up here, and when we're up here, it's easier for the universe, it's easier for us to be open to the blessings of the universe. When we're down here, when we're way down here, we can be open, but we've got a lot of space here, a lot of crammed up space because us humans make Earth really, really dense. So we've got a lot of this going on when we're vibrating down here. But when we're vibrating up here, suddenly we're vibrating above all of this dense stuff that we humans create for ourselves. So we're vibrating up here, and it makes the process of receiving blessings easier. The universe can get to us down here. Don't get me wrong. The universe can get to us down here. The universe is very adept, as I've said many times before, at meeting us exactly where we are and then slowly but surely raising up our vibrational levels. The universe can send us blessings down here, but it's so much easier when we're up here. It's so much easier. And when we're vibrating at that level of I do and I am successful in whatever good and positive endeavor I set out upon, all of a sudden our plans are working out very well. And professional and financial success are ours for the taking. And it's so much that, in fact, we'll leave a legacy for those that we leave behind. Why? Because we're vibrating up here. And it's so much easier for the universe to reach us when we're vibrating above all of this density and the gunk that us humans love to put out into the ether. This is dependent upon us moving out of the Nine of Michael. This is dependent upon us moving out of that nightmare loop. This is dependent upon us believing in ourselves enough to want the best for ourselves. This is dependent upon us loving ourselves enough to know that we are worthy of the best. And this will only happen when we incorporate and integrate the idea of I want the best for me because I am worth the best, because I love myself unconditionally. Then we're vibrating up here, and the universe is just giving us blessing after blessing after blessing. Make sure that the things that we say to ourselves are good and positive and uplifting. Make sure that what the tapes that we play, for all of us olds out there, make sure that they are tapes that lift us up, that encourage us, that inspire us, that embolden us, that empower us to go out and live the best life possible. Make sure we're changing out the old for the new, because when we do, the King of Ariel will move in, and then the Empress from there will move in. When we change our attitude, success will be right at the door, and the Empress is saying time to act upon your plans. Creativity is rewarded. Luxurious or abundant resources. What I get most from the Empress card is very much that creativity kind of vibe. The Empress is all about creativity, about creating something new, something beautiful, something wonderful, being able to create something out of nothing. The Empress is very much about that, because the Empress actually is a reflection of the creator or the creatress, or whatever that energy was and is that continues to create life not only on Earth but in the multiverse as well. The multiverse, the universe, the multiverse is very, very creative. The multiverse is very, very flexible. It's adept at going up, over, around, and through, and still creating something wonderful and beautiful and long-lasting. The Empress is a reflection of that here on this earthly plane. And so the Empress is encouraging us today to be creative, to think outside of the box, to believe that what we have in our head is worth being put out there into the ether for the rest of us spirits to enjoy. The Empress is saying, whatever creative mode that you are in, whatever idea that you have that has never been done before, or if it has been done before, it's never been done quite in your way before, go out and do it. Go out and do it. There is only one you. There is literally only one you. We are very, very unique. We are very much our own creation. Because of that, we are free to actually create our lives in the way that is best for us. So why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Go out there and create. First, believe that you are worthy of great things. Believe that you are enough all by yourself. When you do, your plans will work out well. Professional and financial success will follow, and your legacy will be of, this happened because I believed in myself. This happened because I loved myself enough to only want the best for me. This happened because of a shift in my attitude. And when that happened, because that's your legacy, that will be part of your legacy that you can share with your children, your grandchildren, your mentees, your employees, the people within your circle of influence. And when that happens, creativity comes along with that. You open yourself up to not just thinking creatively, but believing that what you have to offer creative-wise, is of good and positive service to the entire planet. And why not do that? So there you go. There is your main reading for today. It's wonderful. You know, I'm right there with you. If you are in the living in I can't, I understand. I really, really do understand it. I have had to work through that demon on my own as well. And just know that there's somebody out there who each and every day has to remind himself that I am worth wonderful and beautiful and glorious things. So I'm not above it myself. It's something that I have to deal with so that I make sure that I'm vibrating at a high enough frequency so that the blessings come to me in a much easier and organic way. So that is our main reading for today. Now we're going to get into our nitty gritty, and we're going to do a 3-card reading. A morning, a midday / afternoon card, and an evening card to see if there's anything more specific the universe wants to tell us today. So here we go. This is the morning, this is the afternoon, and this is the evening. Okay. All right. And we'll start with the morning card. This is the Death card. Now, the Death card is not a scary card. The Death card does not literally mean somebody is going to fall over dead. The Death card is basically letting go of the old and allowing the old to die so that the new can blossom in its place. It's important for us to, again, with the Knight of Michael, we have to let go of our old way of thinking in order for progress to continue. We have to let go of that constant questioning of ourselves, that constant beating ourselves up, that constant feeling of I'm not good enough. We have to let that go. If we don't, we'll never, ever, ever get to where we're going, which leads us to the midday card, the Tower card, and it's in the reverse position. When the Tower card is in the reverse position, it means that change is slow to come. You can see change coming a mile away, but it is a very, very long mile. It's the longest mile, if I can borrow a pop culture catchphrase. It's the longest mile, and it takes forever. But the way to make this not take forever is to start believing in ourselves more, is to start believing that we are worthy of great things, which leads us to our evening card, which is the Nine of Swords, but it's in the reverse position, which is the Knight of Michael, by the way. Nine of Swords, Knight of Michael, as I said at the beginning. The Nine of Swords is in the reverse position, which tells me that by the end of the day, this nightmare loop that we have found ourselves trapped in is about to end. But it's up to us. This is saying you have the ability to change this nightmare loop. It is well within your means. It is well within your abilities and powers to make positive change in your life. But you have to choose to do that. You have to let go of the things that no longer serve you and allow them to die. If you don't, change is really, really slow to come. Again, the universe meets us right where we are, but depending upon where we are makes it either easier or harder for blessings to come our way. If we live in I can't, blessings are harder to get to us, because just by saying those words, we actually physically block the blessings from coming to us. But we have a choice here. We have a chance to actually change the way that we are moving through life. But we have to choose to do it. There we go. There we go. Thank you, universe, for this lesson today. All right, we're going to move on to our affirmator, our final affirmator for today. An affirmator at work, because this has to do with work. We've been focusing in on work lately, and I love it, actually. I'm glad that we're focusing in on, everything. That this channel tries to focus on the things that truly, truly matter. So anyway, we are going to do an affirmator, a work affirmator today. And we're going to cut them. And our affirmator for today is flexibility. Okay. Flexibility. I like it. I like it. I like it. Flexibility says, when plans take a turn and I find my colleague suddenly asking me to change what I'm doing, who I'm doing it with, or where, when, how it's being done, I accept the challenge and delight in proving how flexible I can be. I will wear whatever hat you throw at me, and I'm not even a hat person. Well, all right. When we stop living in I can't, it makes us so much more flexible. It opens up so many more options and avenues for growth when we move out of I can't and move into I do. When we move into I do, it opens up so many more avenues for us. And that's what flexibility is saying, basically, is that if you want more options, live in I do. Plain and simple. Live in I do. Move into I do. Grab your pussycat wig and all your furniture and move into and put on your cha-cha heels and move into I do. And as you do that, go ahead and love yourself. Love yourself fully. Love yourself wholly. Love yourself completely. Love yourself unconditionally. Love yourself first and love yourself foremost. And everything else will fall into place. Have a fantastic Friday, everyone, and I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.